saturation, exploration, revelation, saturation, exploration, revelation, consciousness through intermediary devices. Your consciousness is still in its fractal phrase of being able to experience what in your relevance you label as community. Because of the visceral separation through form, it is that your fractal frequency is still multiplying and creating derivation within and without your experience physical. Breathe your forms. Oh. 13, 33, and 42. 13, 33, 42. These are measurements in frequency. 13 days from this dialogue. 32 days and 43. Yes, numbers changing. 13, 32, 43. These are a sequential movement that is continuing to focus elementary and in the physics of your planet. There is a distillation that is taking place. Your habitat, your Earth, is still receiving great amounts of variant frequency modulation from galaxies that surround. It is the way in which galaxies communicate. Your planet, of all planets in your system solar, central star solar, you are the most sensitive to these incoming frequencies. It is not because of anything other than the way in which your planetary alignment and also how your course around your central star and also the way in which your planet is on its axis. You call these poles. There will be a specific pole shift coming. It is nothing as dramatic as has always been exported or derived. It is a simple fluctuation, though there will be radiant activity from this pole shift. It seems it is going to be more centered around what you label as southern hemisphere. There will be some sort of a mass shift in Earth concentration. The reason this information is being presented to you is because in this pole shift, it is once again a realignment of your planet within its own galaxy system and enabling it to be able to merge more systematic and simply with the bombardment of the vibration that is coming. This is not a manufactured experience. This is the galactic systems of what you label your known universe. And there is still bombardment toward your single star system, and it will have great effect. So, in these measurement 1332 43 days out, in this time period, it is a preparatory time where you are still going to be experiencing much what you label as emotional fluctuation, as this is tempered by your chemicalization in your physical forms and also the median wave construct of how you are experiencing your physical modality. The best way to allow yourself comfort as these bombardments, and just as an awareness 1332-43, these are when these bombardments will pick up their greatest frequency and saturation upon your plane of existence. Breathe your forms. These alignments, activations, and saturations are allowing the systemic expression of your habitat, your earth plane, planet, to be able to continue with its orbiting existence without fluctuation. It is also a balancing of universal galactic community. This is in its construct as it diffuses, moves through your known universes into your galactic body. The impact is going to alter many ways in which your own universe that you label your body, it will also go through fluctuation and variation. This is a positive expression. It is only here for the further resolute evacuation and evolution of your species. It is as it is done throughout galactic histories. These are movements and wave formations. Again, they are a conglomerate vibration. They are an absorption and redistribution by galactic fields far distant from your known universe. It takes quite the measurement of your time for it to experience and bring itself here. Sometimes it brings with it polarities and polarizations, magnetism that causes other planetoids and space vehicles to come toward where it is projecting. This is only being said this way so you recognize that these movements have quantified your history. They have changed evolution and the course of manifestation on your plane of existence. This is simply a saturation and a stimulation. It will allow even greater sensitivity to environment. And you may wonder, why would I want more sensitivity since you are already quite sensitive? It is because these that you have labeled as emotions, they are field vibration and the way in which your biocomputer works with the secretions and chemicalizations. It is how you place or put value on these feelings. What will eventually take place is you will always recognize that you are in a constant state of emotion. The energy is always motioning through in and throughout all expressions in this realm. What it will soon be recognized as, it will not be clinicalized or, yes, given definition. You will just be aware that there is intensity and vibration. Some of you already have neutral feelings, and it has been very confusing for you over the last year or so when it is that you would normally be quite disruptive or feel disruptive. Lately, or in the last 6 months, there has been a recalculation of how it is you are able to experience and express what you label as emotion. In other words, these emotions are no longer a justification, they are simply an altercation of awareness and vibration. It is not something that necessarily has to be done or synthesized or brought to the surface. For example, the evolution of your species. You are soon going to be, possibly within the next 1 to 3 years, a species that no longer seeks protection, that no longer seeks safety, that no longer seeks survival. These are still elements that have been passed on, indigenous to your very essence, and projections and quantifications that have been passed through your own, yeah, you would call it genes, your dynasty. These have all served you well. Now it is a period of readdressing, reclamation, synthesis, and a surrendering of what you as species many times call attachments. This is also what is moving your species in great volatility. The suppression and protection of what it is that you label as ownership. This is changing. In the next year, there will be great deconstruction of these constructs that have been passed on for thousands of years through this indigenous and the proclamations belief system. Breathe your forms.